Cashman,
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Empire 161 Show, Season 6, Episode 13. It's right. For all of us Yankee fans, Cashman rules everything around me. Boy, did he ever tonight on trade deadline day. So we will be getting into that to open. But yeah, thanks for joining us as always. If you're joining us on Facebook live stream, if you're joining us on YouTube or wherever you found your audio podcast, we always appreciate the support. I am Ed, and with me as always is Lisa, and she will be introducing our special guest tonight. Lisa, what's going on?
Hey, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us. We have so much to talk about today. We're going to talk about the Yankees and the Rays and how the Yankees swept the series and the season series. But we're going to spend a lot of time talking about the trade deadline because, as Ed said, so much happened within like the last 2 hours. But before we do all that, I'm so excited because I have one of my favorite people in the world joining us today. My dear, dear friend who is a big Yankee fan. We text each other throughout the games. We talk about it all the time. He's also my colleague, but most importantly, he's my big brother from another mother. This is my friend Damon. What's up, D?
Thank you, Lisa, for the introduction. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Ed. This is going to be fun. Love talking sports, and today was a good day to talk baseball. This was an exciting day in baseball today, so I'm ready to kick it with y'all.
Nice. Yeah, we had it was a big day. It was a big day around Major League Baseball in general. I mean, we'll get into some of that. We'll mostly be focusing on the Yankees because obviously we're a Yankee show. So let's jump into that then. Ryan Cashman was definitely busy today and throughout the week. Going ahead and making moves, addressing a lot of areas. Lisa and I have talked about it, some of the areas of need that we felt were going into this for the Yanks to make the push because they've been scuffling for, honestly, probably about a month and a half now. You know, things needed to get picked up, maybe a little shakeup for the roster. And yeah, it started off earlier this week when we made the trade for Ryan McMahon. He was a third baseman, also second baseman from the Colorado Rockies. I mean, he started with the Yanks last Saturday in the second game against the Phillies, and boy, has he made an impact, I think, right off the bat. I know we were talking, Junior Suarez is kind of a guy who was on our radar. I think it was on everyone's radar. But they went with Ryan McMahon, another left-handed hitter. Could have probably went with the righty with Suarez, but the knock against Suarez was kind of mediocre with the glove, right? Like, great power hitter, but the defense was so-so. Watching the Yankees, we know their defense has been a major problem. And I think prioritizing the defense over necessarily another bat was the right way to go here. And from what we've seen from McMahon, I mean, the guy's a Platinum Glove award winner here, Golden Glove third baseman here, and it showed. I know his numbers don't pop off the screen at you, as far as this season goes, but, I personally think something with a change of scenery can do in a heartbeat here. So, I mean, D, what do you think? What are your thoughts on Ryan McMahon so far? Your first impressions of him?
I think the change of scenery is going to be good. Playing on a losing team, losing franchise. I don't know what's going on in Colorado. That can wear down on you. The energy over there is so horrible. You just see some of the other plays that Colorado led off to the Yankees too, with the bullpen and stuff like that. I think he's going to play well. We might get a Scott Brosius moment from this guy. We might get that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Scott Brosius type of thing. Change of scenery. Got a short porch. I just need him in the base hits. I don't really care about the home runs from this and play great defense. If you look at it, the Yankees' left side of the field, even going stretches to the outfield, had poor defense this year. Let's be real with it. I mean, they just traded Oswaldo today, right, to the Angels, right? Yeah. So they offloaded him. And you look at left field, Dominguez is not bad. He's been playing decent defense lately.
He made a great catch last night. That kind of
yeah. So exactly. So making that a strong side, especially going to playoffs, we see how defense let us down. And right now we need intelligent players to know what to do with the ball, know what to do with situations. I think that's what we got in this young man now. And then the Yankees made another trade. I know you're probably going to talk about that later. And they boosted up the infield too. with the trade in the middle of the game. I thought I was going to have a Joe Youngblood situation where he's going to go over for the Yankees. Get a hit for both teams. I don't even know if we got a hit today for Tampa, but if we did, that would be kind of cool. But I think they stopped that. They stopped that after Joe Youngblood did that back in the day. But yeah, I think it was great, man. I think I like that trade. You didn't give up much. You got him for 2 years, not like a rental, and then you gave up a whole bunch for a rental. So you got him for 2 years. Good trade. Very good trade on that one.
Yeah.
And Ryan McMahon has sorry, I just want to jump in and say Ryan McMahon has already contributed. So he's reached base in 7 out of 12 of his plate appearances in the 3 games that he's become a Yankee. So things are already looking up for him. And
as Yankee
I love it's true. And I love how how you said that it might be a Scott Brocious thing, because look what happened with Scott Brocious.
Change the scenery. That's it. That's all you need. And then so it's I think the even the pitchers that they traded for from Colorado, or the pitcher they got from Colorado, I think he's going to do well. That high altitude, I don't think baseball should be in Colorado. That's another subject, but I don't think so. It just doesn't play well in that altitude for a home team. And it can
well, with Bird, I think with pitchers, you need to take it with a grain of salt. Like you said, the altitude, the ball flies there. With Bird, he's averaging more than a strikeout per inning. So I think that's probably what they're focusing on. And with the Yankees, they do tend to focus on big strikeout relievers. Historic. Last year, we didn't have that and actually got to the World Series. I mean, now, it seems like they were trying to get back to that. But I think you can take that with a grain of salt. As far as McMahon goes, I think some people were expecting, eye-popping numbers hitting in Colorado and expecting the ball to fly. But like you had said, though, change of scenery, losing organization, it kind of does drag some players down. So you figure put on the pinstripes. Now you're in a pennant race. You're playing for the New York Yankees now. Like there's an expectation, and you feel like you can go ahead and lift him up here. He's got 16 home runs, which isn't nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
He goes ahead and second half of the season, he hits another 10 home runs or so, let's say. Finishes with 26 home runs with Gold Glove type defense at third. Pretty good. And
I think
take that every day.
Yeah, and think about it right now. If you was on Colorado, you're already making your plans for October. Like I'm going fishing. Me and my wife gonna go here. You're already making stuff. You're already making plans if you're playing for Colorado, because you're not competing every year. You're making plans in April.
Yeah, exactly. Or you're just at the trade deadline. You're like, come on, please, guys.
Please.
Come on, man. Somebody come get me.
Yeah.
Come on, somebody come get me.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're right. I think a lot of fans, of kind of like our age and stuff like that, who remember Scott Brocious, that's kind of what we're all thinking in the back of our minds. Fingers crossed. Hopefully, that's the kind of situation we're getting. Because if you remember, Scott Brocious, his 4 years with the Yankees were way better than anything he ever did prior. He was always there with the glove, like McMahon, but the offense came around once he was doing that and became World Series MVP in 1998 and everything. So you could only hope that McMahon could do that. But you also bring up a good point that he's controllable for still 2 more years. He's getting $16 million a year for the next 2 years. But if he pans out to be your everyday third baseman, you'll be more than happy to be paying $16 million, for your everyday third baseman. And the irony with McMahon, I think, is DJ LeMahieu was his mentor in Colorado.
Yep.
And then they let him walk because of the emergence of Ryan McMahon. And then now he gets traded to the Yankees to replace DJ LeMahieu when they were going ahead and letting him walk out of, their additional contract that they signed with him. So it kind of is interesting how it comes full circle in a way with that. So they're kind of linked together.
Well, I actually heard that he was advocating for Ryan McMahon to come to the Yankees.
Oh, while he was still on the roster, or okay, because I'm sure afterwards it's like, God, I hope you guys I'm out of here. I don't give a shit who you get. It's okay. Because we did hear he was pretty salty about it. Like when he got, which whatever.
Yeah, that's true. He was salty.
Yeah, which you're kind of like, all right, I get it. You're a veteran, you're proud and stuff like that, but it was time. It was that was really the move that kind of started got this whole thing in line, right? Like they went ahead, they moved Jazz back to second, which we were screaming about forever. It seemed like that was a pretty obvious thing. They went with Peraza at third. He can't hit his way out of the wet paper bag. and then also not playing defense, well, that kind of sealed his fate there.
Mm-hmm.
And then DJ, DFAing him and deciding to finally eat that money was the next move. And then obviously now Ryan McMahon there, and then we get the trade deadline today. So yeah, I'm excited about McMahon. Seems like we're all excited about Ryan McMahon. We got a professional major league third baseman. Even Aaron Boone is saying that when they played against the Rockies, he kind of like stood out to him, like that's how third base is supposed to look. And
yeah, I heard that. Yes,
he did, which is fine. He's being honest. I mean, he was also a third baseman. But
mm-hmm.
as much as he doesn't want to really give us anything, I finally felt like there was a little crack in the armor there to be like, all right, he was being honest for a minute. It's kind of what we want out of him. Right?
And that's what I was about to say. That's what everybody wants. You want to hear the truth instead of every time he always fluffs everything up and make everything look like roses and sunshine. It's like we're watching the games.
Yeah.
And people like us that know the game is like, don't give me fluff.
That's it's like don't pee on my head and then tell me it's raining, right?
Exactly.
It's like the Outkast song, "Roses really smell like dew."
Yeah, so it's good we got that here. Then the next move in this whole thing was Ahmed Rosario, who they picked up, former Mets prospect who was coming up there. Didn't quite pan out there. He's bounced around a little bit, but now he finds himself on the Nationals, now traded to the Yankees. He's become a utility player since then. Plays a little short, some second base, some outfield. But the key to him isn't really like looking at his stats for the year, even though he's hitting like 270 something, which is good. I mean, especially in today's Major League Baseball. But it's the utility player off the bench who's not Yorbit Vivas, who is a major leaguer, is on the roster. Again, no offense to Yorbit Vivas. I'm sure if you saw him playing softball, he'd be a monster. He'd be the greatest player we've ever seen. But in context, as major league players, we kind of got somebody who I think is going to help the Yankees here. The Yankees didn't really have a lot of right-handed hitting, which is crazy to think about, right? Because historically, a lot of lefties, short porch, and then they went to the extreme, right? And then went all right-handed, and now they had to go. They're like bouncing back and forth. But what I think with the moves that they've made at the deadline now, leading up to it, we kind of got a balanced roster, and Ahmed Rosario was a big part of that. Add some speed, some veteran presence. Lisa, what are your thoughts on Ahmed Rosario's addition?
I mean, he's the one that played for the Mets before, so he's already familiar with playing in the New York market. You and I have talked about this so many times. A lot of guys can't handle playing in New York. So he's already used to it. He's familiar with it. I think that's a solid positive aspect of it. I like that he's a veteran. I like that he can play a few of the positions. And I know you love that you don't have to deal with Yorbit Vivas anymore.
Listen, he worked it on me so quick. It's not even funny. I think it was the getting thrown out by Acuna in Atlanta. That was the nail in the coffin for me.
That was so terrible.
What are we doing here? Come on. I mean, it was a great throw. I get it.
It's like
walking,
just walking.
Yeah, he's just lollygagging, and that's it. Then that was the nail in the coffin for me. But yeah, excited about Rosario though. No, Dave, what do you think?
Yeah,
I'm totally excited about it. I like the veteran presence. I think having a good right-handed bat, like you said, is great for the lineup. Lisa knows how I want it. I want a shortstop, but I could go up a little bit more.
Listen, we can talk. We can start getting into that. We're getting there. We got Rosario now.
I'm following your lead on this. So I'm just like, okay, but Rosario, like he can play with the corners, right? The corner positions, little shortstop. Just in case they have a good lefty going on, they could play him at third that day and bounce out. Against a left-handed pitcher. I like him. I don't know what his contract is and stuff like that, so I don't know that part. But it's good for the postseason, right? We need those people to come off the bench. We saw how the Dodgers and all these players, when we were playing, had players coming off the bench. Even if you look at Detroit when in the playoffs last year, certain players showed up. So I like that veteran presence. Like you said, batting 270 in this baseball era.
I'll take it.
That's like 300. So it's
basically.
So that's good. It's a good pick. Good pickup.
One thing I want to jump in and say about him, and I know that we'll eventually get to Jose Caballero, what I like about both of them in general is that Volpe can get days off, and he clearly needs it. He's been the most him and Judge have been the two most whatever you want to call them, used, valuable, day to day. Like they're the two that have had like the longest tenure on the field, and you don't hear that much anymore. Cal Ripken Jr., like has the record for it. He did it the longest. Nobody's probably ever going to break that record again because teams and their analytics just don't allow them to do that. But the Yankees didn't have anybody to sub in for Volpe. And I'm wondering if that's really part of it. Like he's been playing so many games that maybe he just needs a day off here and there just to reset. So now you have Ahmed Rosario, you have Jose Caballero that can do that for him. And maybe we'll see a little bit different version. Maybe we'll see, the version of them that we got more excited about. Also, I'm sorry, I'm jumping on Jose Caballero.
No, go ahead. We're not going one by one. We can go ahead and talk about it.
So another thing I like about him is that he's tied with the most stolen bases in all of major leagues. And I'm hoping that ignites like a little team competition between him, Anthony Volpe, and Jazz Chisholm Jr. and whoever else wants to join. But at least those three, so that they're stealing more. Because Ed, one thing we talked about for the last couple of years is we need to just steal bases more.
Yeah, Major League Baseball literally made the bases bigger. They instituted rules for teams to run. And the Yankees the first year were like kind of dipping their toe in the water with it, and then suddenly just like don't want to just get away from just standing around and waiting for 3-run homers. Like it's okay to be a versatile offense. Like
yes,
you've got athletic players now. You've got Jazz. You mentioned Caballero. You got Ahmed Rosario. You got these guys like Volpe too. Like let them. Yes, I know Volpe at times can't steal first, but like you just gotta go ahead and run, man. Listen, for all that is, I'm not gonna pile on Volpe with this, but he has been hitting the last week or so. But it's crazy though to think about. But my point is, they have athletic. Even Judge gets into the base stealing at times.
Yeah.
Even though I'm pretty sure they don't want him to, because it's like just don't take any chances with it.
Yeah.
But you want to be a versatile offense, like you mentioned the Dodgers, like these types of players. Getting Rosario, getting McMahon. You're not getting always with superstars like Caballero. Maybe these are their Tommy Edmonds. Maybe they're Kike Hernandez. Like those guys. Because if you look at the Dodgers lineup, we all focus on Ohtani, Freeman, Betts, Will Smith to an extent, right? He's come up as a Dodger, but he's become one of the best catchers in baseball. But the rest of their lineup is filled out with role players. Like dudes that are just ball players. You know what I mean? Versatile ball players who can move around and play and are athletic, and they're supporting the superstars. That's what the Yankees need more of. By the way, we also didn't mention Cody Bellinger, who is one of the most well-rounded baseball players on this entire team. I mean, Tim and Judge, really, that are the two rounded baseball players. But you could even make the case, I'm not saying he's better than Judge because that would be insanity, but Cody Bellinger, I'm saying his versatility, he plays all three outfield positions at like a gold ball level. He can play first base. He cuts down his swing and goes with a like line-to-line approach at the plate, not just kind of like all or nothing. And Judge doesn't do that, but he's a 5-tool player, which we have 2 of them now, which is nice to have. But the thing is, the vision that the Yankees look like they're having now is they're trying to take some notes maybe from the Dodgers, and they mentioned the Tigers earlier, like dudes like that. Like we don't need superstars 1 through 9. You kind of get these guys that are just like lunch pail, like, ball players that are just going to show up, do their thing, play the game, play hard, and are hungry and play to win. And you're coming from, like, Nationals, the Rockies, the Pirates and stuff like that. Like, you're hungry now. You got your stage to kind of thrive now. Yeah, and Caballero also with the Rays, which is shocking that the Rays made a trade with the Yankees that could be of significance. I have to take a look further what the Yankees gave up because the damn Rays find ways to fleece everybody. You kind of get nervous about the guys. Like, oh shit, wait a second. If you're interested in them, then there's something going on here, right? Like something's up. Like what is that? Meanwhile, they'll be like hopefully not killing us, and in a couple of years from now. I'm like, damn it, go back to that Caballero trade at the deadline that we were all excited about. Go ahead.
No, I didn't know who they gave up for. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Did they give up? Anybody know? I can't remember who they gave up for Jose.
Let me see if I can dig it up here.
I think I texted it to you.
Yeah,
you gotta. The Rays. Sometimes we make the trade. Sometimes I don't know if they're doing it for the money because I don't know what this guy's contract is coming up to be. He's only been in the league not short, right?
Yeah,
4 years, I think.
Is he up for arbitration, something like that? Maybe that's the Rays. Sometimes they do business stuff that's happen to work out for them, and they get fine players. So I'm not mad at that. Only thing with that, I just got to figure out how he's gonna play in. If you got that guy with that many steals, how do you put him in the lineup? Where you gonna put him at?
Well, I think you get him in there. He for the Rays, he was even a bench player, right? Like he was coming off the bench and pinch running a lot. I can imagine him running for Stanton a lot, like later in the games, like a big thing there. Even like in Austin Wells or Ben Rice, like I don't think we have necessarily a slow team, but we can get faster.
Yeah.
As I'll put it that way. His defensive versatility, it kind of allows you to do some things, some interesting moves here to make. And Lisa, you brought up the thing, and we can finally address that part of it, the Volpe thing. You put it really well. Is that now we have somebody to push Volpe a little bit here, someone to give him a little bit of a rest, because I know there was a whole thing of like the debate amongst the fan base for a while has been some want him sent down, some thinking just
some want him straight.
So there was a call for that. I will say I personally I wasn't there yet with Volpe. He's been frustrating. I'm not saying he hasn't, but it is his third year. This was supposed to be the year he's supposed to blossom and become the kid, the player who we all envisioned he's going to be. Maybe he never becomes that superstar. Maybe he does. Still don't know. But Dee, to your point, because we were talking before we went on, was if he doesn't become that guy by the end of the season, if he continues playing like this and he leads all of Major League Baseball in errors for position players, let's just call it this. If he continues at that rate and he's hitting 210 or something like that, then the Yankees got to make it. You have a tough choice to make now. You're gonna have to start thinking like, what are we gonna do? Like, we can't keep doing this.
He's gonna be the Yankees' Greg Jeffries.
Oh wow. Okay. I hope not. Sure as I hope not.
I hope not. You don't hope not. I'm sorry.
I hope not.
I'm meant to say I hope not, but it's leaning towards that.
Yeah.
All the hype got him up here. Then the pressure of really being in New York in the big, like in the minor leagues, okay, you good. But then when you come to New York, the stadium, that pressure, the Bronx, you might become Greg Jeffries. Maybe that spring training, maybe we should have said, let's let him down there for one more year. But he did so well in spring training, we brought him up. And, he got he got a gold glove 1 year.
Yeah, his rookie year.
Yeah,
and it was 2020.
Glove. Yeah, and then after that, Greg Jeffries.
Well, he hasn't. The thing was, no, you're right, unfortunately. But he was one of their best hitters in the postseason. Like, the facts are the facts. Like, he was. I mean, he was right up there. Now, Stanton's the one who everyone looks at for kind of like, for killing it.
Everything.
But when you look at the numbers, though.
Your boo.
When you look at the numbers, though, like, Gleyber had a good postseason. Volpe was right there. He actually was their second best hitter throughout the playoffs, like average-wise, on base-wise. Like, it's there. I really thought he was going to springboard going into the season, and that was his coming out party. I thought was the World Series in the postseason, and he got off to a decent start, and all of a sudden, kind of just fell off a cliff after. He has seen a resurgence since the All-Star break, hitting wise. His defense is still been just it's tough to watch. It's almost like he has the yips. Like I'm thinking Chuck Knobloch at times.
Chuck Knobloch, oh my gosh.
That's who comes to mind. Is also that's a great poll though, Greg Jeffries. That's a good one. I would hope not. I hope he gets you can even give him a couple of days off. I mean, right now you can because he's hitting. Like you don't want to ride the hot streak, even though I know analytics doesn't believe in hot streaks and cold streaks, which is baloney. Like you've seen this. It's just how it goes. If anyone who's picked up a bat, you also know, like sometimes you're feeling it and you want to just go through that streak. So once he cools off, if you do feel the need to give him, a couple of days off and let him reset, I'm fine with that. But now you have the capability to do so. Oswald Peraza was not letting you do that at all. Like he was bad. It was almost like an old school National League lineup where you had 8 hitters in the pitcher. Like that's how bad Peraza was offensively. And it's crazy to think that we shipped him out because you had mentioned he was shipped out earlier today as well to the Angels for basically international pool money, which could be nice to come back around if used properly. The Yanks have done a solid job with that. But it's just crazy to think he was the guy who was supposed to be competing with Volpe for the
and
shortstop.
and that's the thing. Yankees, they after everything about Aaron Judge out of the minor leagues, that's the only person I think that came from the system as a hitter that really did something for the Yankees of late. Austin Wells is cool, but not cool. He's a typical back at old day catcher, bat 212, hit you a couple of dingers. That's what he plays, catch, receives the ball well. That's he's old school play. But the Yankees really haven't brought anybody that can hit up that was well. When they looking at their talent sometime when they ask for trades, I'm like, now we see what Oswald Peralta. People were asking for him back in the day, a few years ago, and we never traded him. I was like,
dude, they shut down a trade for Matt Olson because Peraza was in the deal. Just think about that for a second.
Crazy.
Matt Olson.
Don't bring that up. You hurting me. I'm about to take some more meds, man. You hurting me. Don't bring up painful stuff like that, man. Damn.
That one hurts more than the other one. The other one with the Pirates when Garrett Cole was a Pirate, and it was Clint Frazier and Andujar that was supposedly offered for Garrett Cole, and then that was shut down, and we saw what that became, less than nothing. I mean, we ended up with Cole eventually, so that's that takes some of the sting off it.
Yeah, we could have got it for cheaper.
Well, also, though, Garrett Cole never goes to the Astros in 2019, right? Like, that gets avoided because he's with us now. Maybe we go to the World Series earlier.
Exactly.
In 2019.
See?
Instead of the Astros. So that's how I've looked at it.
Some of this minor league talent, I'm not scared to let go. Because if you already seen what the person playing on a major league level, the minor league is just, I would just let go. I wouldn't care at all.
Prospects are suspects until proven otherwise.
Facts.
Speaking of suspect, we have a question.
Uh-oh. Dun, dun, dun. Kevin Walter, good evening. There's widespread speculation that tonight's guest is actually a Mets season ticket holder. Is that true? If it is, when you question his Yankees fandom. D, say it ain't so.
No, man. Listen. I love baseball, right? I just don't like going to the Bronx. But
he lives in Queens. To be fair, he lives in Queens.
I'm in Queens, but I love the Yankees. I love baseball. I watch baseball. I've been to baseball in DR. My goal is to go to Japan.
He goes.
Watch baseball. I want to watch it in China. I want to go to Taiwan, all the places. But the Yankees, the city feels closer, and that's the only thing it is. And I don't have season tickets to the games to City Field. I don't have season tickets, so I gave we bought 20 tickets and gave them out, and for 20 Yankee tickets, and we gave them out this year.
Okay,
there we go.
Tickets. Good stuff, man.
Kelvin's a liar.
And he's been to Yankee games. He was on TV. He was caught on TV at a Yankee game.
Yeah, exactly. One of the hottest nights there, man. Sweating like hell.
Oh man,
I don't go to daytime games because they're too hot, and I'm bald. I got a bald head, so I don't want to go for that. So I go to nighttime games, and it happened to be the most humid evening game it could be.
I don't know. Ed and I have been to.
I was about to say that Volpe bobblehead night last Friday against the Phillies.
Yes, that was huge. I couldn't believe y'all made it there. Lisa told me.
I was sitting in soup. I felt like the whole
time. We parked near each other. We went to say goodbye to each other, and I was like, "Ed, no, elbow, don't touch me." I'll see you later, man.
No offense against the Bronx. I just don't like going to the Bronx. I just don't like traveling. The traffic coming in. That's the only problem. I don't like.
You know what? Let me help you out a little bit. I am going to help him out, Calvin, because this is my brother over here. And Demond and I both have to go to the Bronx a lot for our job as well. So, it's a lot. It's a lot of travel. It's a lot of travel.
A lot of toll. A lot of gas. I'm good.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I don't think Lisa has shared any information on me, but I also live about 15 minutes away from Citi Field. But
Ed is Ed is extreme with his Yankee fandom.
I feel you, but I ain't gonna lie, Ed. Citi Field got better food. I'm not gonna lie.
We can get into that. We can get into that because we have
not food. I will always, and I've always said this: Citi Field is a prettier park. It is prettier. There are a lot more things to do there, a lot more family-friendly things to do there. But Yankees hold down the food. I think Yankees hold down the food.
All right, so
I gotta try the food. I gotta go again. I'm gonna go for the end of the year. I'm gonna try the Yankee food.
Say, D, we can school you on some what we call.
We can 100%.
Yes, y'all know
we try the new things every year.
All the time.
Wow. Okay. Y'all got me.
And also, I think Citi Field has more food options, but
That's
Yankee Stadium has better food.
That's true. I give you that.
The jack of all
that's
trades.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
But the master of none, and then you have that. No, because I mean, let's just a quick version, not to veer off into it too much, but LaBelle's Steakhouse versus Pat LaFrida. Pat LaFrida's good. It ain't LaBelle's stuff. Steak top fries, the steak sandwich, now the pastrami sandwich they brought in this year. It's legit.
Okay.
The hot dogs and fries are the same shit because they're both bacon, so it's a wash. Yeah, so it's a wash. It's fine, and nothing wrong with it, but it's a wash.
Yeah.
Same thing with the sausage and peppers and stuff. But I mean, we've got a 99 burger. It's gonna take, and it's 2.99 burgers now.
Damn.
So
Yeah,
there's
two different versions. Yeah, there's the one now has bacon and it's on a pretzel bun, and then you have the regular one. It's two wagyu patties.
That last time we should have gotten
two wagyu patties on it. D, I promise. Next time you go to Yankee Stadium, get a 99 burger.
Get a 99 burger. Get a 99 burger.
I'm gonna go early and try everything.
Yep.
Yeah, we got a bacon on a stick. I had chicken tacos earlier.
We have the best burrito lady ever.
I saw her earlier when I got my chicken tacos.
Love her. That's my girl.
We hooked it up.
She makes this burrito bowl demand that you could get steak on top of that Eddie got. But I get the plantain one. Oh, and she's just awesome. She's just this lovable vendor. I adore her.
Yeah, we're gonna have to hook you up with the food thing.
Yeah, you gotta come in.
I think you might want to reconsider that because I know
all right. I'm gonna take that back. I'll take that back to other.
No. You hold it down until you try it because you might not agree.
Yeah, you might not.
You might not agree. Maybe you don't. Maybe you do. I don't know. And then the thing, by the way, with Citi Field, the elevators, like the big freight elevators that Yankee Stadium has. There's 8 of them. Like I sit upstairs. I sit in the 400s, like behind the plate and everything. I'm in and out of the stadium in pretty much, right?
10 minutes.
Well, that's only because I stop at the bathroom. If I don't, I walk right out. I'm out of there in under like 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Yeah.
Citi Field, half an hour.
Nah.
No, for facts.
100%. No, I get the good parking. And then, so that's what it is. I have usually when I go, I have they give me a special. I always pay for the special parking lot thing, so I go right down, jump in my car, get out.
Oh no, I'm just talking about to get out. I'm not even talking about to get to
just
the car.
Just to leave the actual,
get out of the exit.
Physically leave the stadium.
Now, granted, my
it takes a while. It takes a while to get out of.
My view of it is Subway Series when it's sold out. So
I don't know. I can't. I don't know. I gotta see. I haven't been to Yankee Stadium that many times to judge it, so I can't.
Well, we also have it down pat. We have it down pat.
No, we have,
and we're not going to say it out loud because we don't want other people to start doing what we do because they already found our special entrance.
Yes.
Really?
So we can't show them our special exit.
No.
I'll tell you. Yeah. I'll tell you on the side.
Okay, I use the clear thing. Well, last time I used clear.
Everyone's got clear. Now. That's the problem.
And now everybody's got it.
Serious.
I
got a Yankee Stadium pretty fast the other time. The only time I had a hard time getting Yankee Stadium when they had a hip hop 50.
Oh,
yeah.
That was hard. Very
hard. Well, they patted me down. They patted me down that day.
Well, listen, no, they patted me down. We got in. We got in easy, right?
I was like full body pat. I was like, "Excuse me, ma'am."
No, it took me a long time to get in.
That's extreme. Well, we also got there early because I want to get there for my parking, my free parking and stuff. Yeah. Like I'm not paying for parking. And then when we left though, we left at the end of the show. And after Run DMC, but it was like 2 o'clock in the morning.
2 in the morning. Damon was there.
That was
there. He was in the fancy seats though.
Nah. I like that. I know. I like sitting in nice sections. I mean,
it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that, man. There's nothing wrong with that. All right. So either way, trade deadline. Also, Austin Slater was an outfielder they picked up from the White Sox who had got the start today, and he knocked in a run today. And again, I don't expect him to start that much. He's just going to be a right-handed option. Again, flexibility, some speed off the bench there. No starting pitching was added. Now, I felt it was optional because I look at the rotation of Max Fried, Carlos Rodon. You got Will Warren, who I've liked at times. He's a rookie. He's learning his way. He's got good secondary stuff. I do like what I've seen. Once he gains more confidence in it, I think he'll continue to excel.
His last start was good.
Yeah. Cam Schlittler, I'm excited about. I mean, this kid's throwing gas.
Yeah.
97, 98. I want to see him continue to get the starts. Marcus Stroman, the last 2 starts, has started to kind of look more like Marcus Stroman 2025.
Always. It's August. He's about to turn to who he is.
And he had time off. I thought maybe we weren't going to do that this year, but apparently, listen, he is what he is. The Yanks want him out of here. They were trying to give him away for peanuts in the offseason. No one would take him. They didn't want him to reach his option in his contract where he would kick in after, and he would have to deal with him next season. That's mathematically impossible now. So they're running him out there. But then, you got Luis Hill, who's coming back on Sunday against the Marlins.
Yes, he is.
And I think I look at that rotation, that starting pitching, and I'm like, all right, I think I can rock with this, especially in the playoffs. You're going to really only need 3 starters, maybe 4 max, like depending on the schedule shakes out. So that is what it is. But the bullpen was something they needed to address. I think for me, it was third base, bullpen, and then starting pitching bench, like, what you can get. And they added 2 closers to them, which I was like, I mean, I texted Lisa this morning. When I saw Mason Miller was available, I was already like going nuts. I'm like, that's who I want. I want Mason Miller from the Yankees. This kid throws 103, 102, 104. Like, he's insane. But the cost that the Padres paid for him was nuts. It was completely out of control. So, Yanks pivot. They get, Bedard from the Pirates, who was their closer, who was sent down early this season, who's rebounded nicely and has become the pitcher, the 2-time All-Star pitcher that he has been in the past. He's under control for his contract for the next couple of years as well. Gives them options because Luke Weaver and Devin Williams are both free agents after the year, so you can kind of mix and match and do what you want. They also went ahead and picked up Camilo Duvall from the San Francisco Giants, who went through a very similar thing as Bedard, who went ahead and was sent down and was brought back up and has excelled since coming back down. So, and also to make moves from that, Yerry De Los Santos, who was sent out at Ian Hamilton, 2 guys. Actually, let me take that back. De Los Santos did his thing today. He pitched 3 innings.
He did.
He was good. I also just wondered because he knew he was going down. He's like, screw it. I'm just going to let it all go now and see what happens, right? 0 pressure. He looked great. He was an option. They could bring him back whenever Hamilton needed to go. Like, that was enough of him. He had this defeated look on his face for a while there. But they went ahead and I think they did a great job addressing the bullpen. You have 4 closers now. You can build you have a super bullpen now. D, what are your thoughts on the Yanks bullpen now as it looks with 4 closers?
I love what they did. They're trying to shorten up the game, and like, you named the starting pitching. If now, like, say if you have to go with I don't even want to mention his name, he gets me so sick right now. If you have to go with the guy that wears the do-rag.
Oh, yes.
If you only get 5 innings out of him, now you have some arms to get you the rest of those 27 outs that you need. I agree with you. I also wanted Mason Miller, but Mason Miller was going to cost, and Mason Miller, I believe, wants to be a starter next year. He wants to do,
okay.
Yeah, so I think he wants to do the same thing as Clay Holmes did. So I think the Padres are really open to that. Okay. That's what his whole desire always was to be a starter. Yeah. So so that would have been like, okay, we trade our top players and get him, and then he wants to be a starter. I don't think the Yankees saw that. So, and with Luke Weaver, I hope he comes back. I like the young man, but I could see him getting some real money out there on the market. The Yankees, they bought insurance. They shortened up the game, and they bought insurance for the upcoming free agency coming up. So they make strong moves, good moves, small moves. I think these are the kind of moves we need. From like back in the day, we got those little small trades here and there. You got your little Cecil Fielders when he was going out and stuff like that. And those kind of trades down the line, those win you pennants. You got those veteran presence. They've been there before. They've been in the tough situations in those cities that they played in. But now you come to New York. The pressure not really we can have a closer by committee now.
Yeah.
Devin Williams don't seem like he's built for New York. He doesn't.
Yeah.
I know he's going through. He had a newborn baby, stuff like that. Moving your family. So at the beginning, that could have been a lot for him in that time. But he got traded. way early. So I was like, he could have got situated. So it kind of, but it is what it is. So I'm glad with that. Weaver could go back to setting up. Coming now, you might see Weaver in the sixth.
Good.
Because he might be replacing the do-rag guy and platinum teeth wearer.
Oh man, I'm not even mentioning him by names. I'm just gonna paint the picture.
Can't. The guy disturbs me, man. But man, it really pisses me off. Like when he said I'm a starter from the beginning, I was like, wow, you're really not a team player. You're not that guy anymore, bro. You're not him. Yeah. So anyhow. So he'll be going, and I think the Yankees did well. I think the Yankees, and I got to give other teams like the Mets, they did well getting a lot of plays. And to Padres, woo, man, they did some good moves.
Yeah, no, the Padres went all in, and kudos to them for that. I mean, we'll see. They gave up the number 3 prospect in all of baseball for Mason Miller, and more. Their top pitching prospect also. Like the equivalent to that would have been all right for Mason Miller. Are you giving up Spencer Jones, George Lombard Jr., Cam Schlittler, all for one move?
No, not me.
That's too much. That's too much. Yeah, especially what you said. Like if he has aspirations for becoming a starter next year, I don't know about that. I need him to be like closer. I mean, that's what we want long term. Because these moves that the Yanks made were not, like you said, they're not just for this season. They're for future seasons. I mean, maybe you're right. I would like to see Weaver back because I can see him being kind of like you said, a 6th, 7th inning guy, a 7th, 8th inning guy in that setup role. And he has experience closing. Listen, he was great this year. He did a phenomenal job. Yeah. Kudos to him. But let's be honest, though, it was 1 year. Before that, he wasn't that guy.
No.
This year, he shows signs of being that guy, and that's what kind of gets me nervous. Is that when you haven't had the track record to be that guy. That's where I just wonder, are you going to be not, or was it just like a flash in the pan? And that's it. And this year he's looked hittable at times. He really has. He's looked more like a good relief pitcher.
Yeah.
Not lights out, dominant, game over type dude.
Not turn off the lights in the stadium and play Darth Vader music.
Yeah, I think we need to scale that back a little bit, like just a little bit now, because it's also not working for me. Like we went over that, like the Yankees with their Star Wars identity crisis thing. Like I don't know what's going on with that.
I don't know. Oh, remember because they would call what we call the evil empire. So I guess they play into that.
No, but our thing was we talked about this a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
they just don't know who they are though. Are you the Empire or are you the Rebellion? You're mixed messages with Luke, and you're playing the Darth Vader breathing. It was getting very nerdy and Star Wars technical here about it, but like you kind of got to make a choice
on one end.
On one end, and I think that the Yankees don't want to be the Empire because they have hopefully seen the movies and they know how it ends for the Empire, and they don't win in the end. So maybe they're like, let's rethink this. Let's scale that back.
The evil Empire now is on the West Coast. The Dodgers. They got more money than the Yankees.
No, it is. They spend more.
Yeah.
They're owned by a bazillionaire corporation there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine, but
now the Yankees should change. Right, the Yankees should change now. That's the evil empire is in the West Coast in LA. So the Yankees should change. Another thing, Yankee Stadium, too much stimulation. You always got too much noise going on. Maybe I'm old because I'm in my 50s. It's just too much. It's like every second they playing something. Like, yo, slow down.
But that feels like something that all Major League Sports have been doing.
They have.
Because if you go to a Knicks game, it's like that. If you go to a Nets game, it's like that. The Mets do it now too.
A lot of teams have done that because
they just have DJs now. Yeah,
I think it's more to cater to
the TikTok and Snapchat crowd.
The short attention span generation.
Yeah,
I'll be nice about it. I'll just call it that. They need something constantly. There has to be something all the time. But I don't have an issue with. I've kind of gotten used to that part. It's just, and this is I want to say I'm old here, but the volume this year has gone up to the point where you can't even hear someone next to you when you're trying to talk to them between innings. You need to just bring it down just a couple of notches.
Bring it back to baseball a little bit.
Yeah, find a happy medium.
Yeah,
in between. But Citi Field does it too. But Citi Field, Yankee Stadium. I'm gonna text this next week. I'm sure it'll be the same shit there. Like it's just what it is. They're trying not to be the old man sport. They're trying to kind of
good
catch
point.
up.
You got a good point. You got a good point.
But I don't disagree with you though. It's pretty violent. Yeah, but Lisa, so moves overall, like you feel better about the Yankees now, like their chances to going ahead and chasing down the Jays, making another run back to the World Series now, or we feel a lot better now about the roster in general?
I do. Yeah. I feel like we have those, you all said like the key everyday players that can come in at any point and actually contribute to the game. And you're not like, oh my God, not him again. Like I do feel like we have some players that they know their role. They know that they're the utility guy. They know that they're the guy that's just going to come in for like 1 or 2 innings, or they're going to run for Stanton. So they're ready for that. And then you have a little bit more depth in the outfield because we don't know how much longer. I know Aaron Judge has been throwing and stuff, but that's their superstar. So and Aaron Boone is notorious for taking way too long to bring people back from the injured list. So we'll see what happens there. And then the bullpen. I mean, that was the biggest thing because it was just so frustrating that in game after game, any game that we went to, we've had a lot of extra inning games this year, and I can't take that. I have a lot of anxiety on extra inning games. So I just feel like we have people that are going to shut things down now. David Bednar, his average fastball is like a 97. Jake Bird has a curveball and a sweeper that he can use that I think is going to work well in the team. So I'm excited about that. I don't know that much about Camilo Doval, so I'll be learning more about him. I love that Jose Caballero can run. I really love that. I love that the small ball when it comes to like just move people from base to base so that they could score. That's all. Put them in scoring position so that they can score because it's not all about the home run. Even though we're the Bronx Bombers, we have to have the little hits as well. That's more important. So I like it. I like the additions. Every year when we have trades, I usually get sad because somebody left. I'm not sad about any of the guys that left. No offense to them.
We didn't know most of them, to be honest with you. I mean, really, who did we really know that got traded? I mean,
right,
Peraza,
right,
kind of,
right. Yeah, I mean, we knew Everson Pereira for like a hot second, and he's one of the guys that they traded for Jose Caballero. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they didn't have to give up anybody big. So I'm excited about it. I just have one comment to make. I want to know what it's like to be playing baseball and then like I saw one of the guys, it was either Low or Lau, I can't remember which one, like came in from hitting and Caballero was like, hey, bye.
Yeah, his eyes, he looked surprised, like, what? You got what?
Yeah, he was taking his helmet off and he was like, wait, what?
What? Yeah.
It's so awkward. He's like, yeah, I'm going over there. Like, that's just so awkward. So that's like my only comment is like, can we figure out a better way to do this? Like, they interviewed Giancarlo Stanton after the game, and he was like, yeah, we have to deal with this every year. Like, every year, these kinds of things happen while we're still playing games. So it's just weird. But Ed, what about you? What are your thoughts?
I feel a lot better about this team. I mean, I feel like the defense was a problem. The bullpen was a problem. 2 major problems. We got that. We have an everyday third baseman. We got Rosario. If they're facing that's the thing. When they're facing a tough lefty now, and the Yankees have hit lefties for the most part this year. Mm-hmm. Kudos to their left-handed hitters because there's so many of them. But now, we can roll out Rosario. You can give McMahon a day off or, pinch hit appearance or something like that. You can run out Slater if you want as well. Then Jose Caballero, like they have options now. And I just feel like for the last handful of years, it's just the starters and yikes, like we have nothing to threaten anyone with off the bench. But now we have that. And it's nice to know that, like, we have that. The one thing, by the way, we didn't get into, and at least I know this was going to be something we were really into, but J.C. Escara was sent down to go ahead and to make room as well. Ben Rice is now the backup catcher.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, Eddie, I just said that this is the year that I would miss somebody.
But he's in the organization. He can always come back. I mean,
I know.
We didn't DFA him.
In September, we'll see him. Maybe.
But the thing was that, again, we liked the story. He's got an outstanding story. We were pulling for him. But
Yeah.
the truth is, it wasn't really working. Like the defense has been getting a lot of catcher's interference, which is one of those maddening things.
Oh yeah, he was.
In the game that you can get that. It wasn't happening. Plus, he's also a left-handed catcher, a left-handed hitting catcher, which we have 2 other ones now.
That's true.
You know what I mean? He was just kind of redundant. And out of the 3, he was the lesser of the 3. But
Good
you know,
story.
I mean,
great
I do
story.
love.
Great story.
Oh, it's such a beautiful story. But we are big fans of Ben Arroz, so
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
okay with him being in the position that he was supposed to be in anyway. So
Yeah, and I think Rice is going to be used in an interesting way too, because
yeah,
he's not going to be a traditional backup catcher. I mean, the dude led off today and was catching. Like he's going to see more action than just a traditional backup catcher. So I think it's interesting. Again, a lot of roster flexibility. Bullpen's better. Keel's coming back. It feels more fortified, and in a weird way, I got to remember sometimes. Like, oh yeah, Garrett Cole isn't here. He's actually on this team, but we don't even have him this year. And I still feel good about them making a run because the league is wide open.
Especially the division.
The division's wide open. I'm not buying the Blue Jays. I'm sorry, I'm still not. They got smacked around by the Orioles. They almost got swept by the
games.
Back-to-back games. And I think they're going to come back down to earth. There's going to be a bit of a market correction with them, and we'll see. The Tigers also went into this huge tailspin as well. Dodgers, the Phillies, the Mets, us. All the top teams have all gone to these crazy losing streaks, which tells me there's really
Except
no
for the Astros.
They did. They also had another loser, which, by the way, they also got Carlos Correa back today.
Yeah.
Which, whatever. Good for them. Let them be together again. He's not.
He's
not who he used to be.
No. And he has to play third now too.
Yeah, look at that. He gets to go back and go play third, and I still think he's got a bunch of opt-outs. And I know he said something like, "Oh, that's the only team I'd ever want to be traded to." Okay, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, he says family's down there. I could get it,
which is fine. I'm not debating. I know I'm not saying he's lying or anything like that, but
it is what it is. I hate the Astros. Godly.
So do I.
I hate every team in Texas.
It's I don't know. The Rangers, the Texas Rangers.
Yeah, the Rangers. I go for it. That's the only.
Remember, we used to just steamroll them in the division series in the 90s every year. It was like, oh, the Rangers are back.
Let's get some fun. Let's get some practice with the Rangers. That's what it was.
Yeah, exactly. Let's get our first round bye and just keep it moving, and that's it.
Yeah.
So whatever. But D, how do you feel about the Yankees now? Like, I mean, before the trade deadline and now after.
I feel way better because I was having this conversation with my nephew. I said, if we don't make these moves, the Yankees not going to make the playoffs. It's no way possible with the bullpen because Loaisiga was doing. It was, I don't know what happened to that guy. I mean, since he's been hurt, he's not the same guy. Hill, you don't know what you're gonna get from time to time with this guy. So it was looking crazy in the bullpen for me. Third base was really a problem. I mean, I could have went out there and did what these guys are doing for that, batting like they were batting. So it was like that was hurting. With Judge being what he is kind of now we got to see how he's gonna come back. So I'm glad they got some backup. Like now you can play Cody can play like Lisa said. Cody can play all the positions. You can move guys around, play center, left. So I think the team is strong. They're looking better, way better than 2 weeks ago. When I said to my nephew, this is looking real bad, nephew, and because Toronto was steamrolling, you had Tampa Bay coming behind that. Then I was literally talking about let's get the wild card play in, basically. That's what I was thinking. Like that was what I was really thinking. Like this is where we're going to be at. But now, like you said, the market comes back. I think now, like different. I think pitching could always control baseball, and now you have dominant pitching. You said it also, Ed. Today's bat is 250, right? Now, if you get dominant pitching, that supersedes this corny hitting that we getting, these under 250 averages. And I think it's going to play big in the playoffs. Now you're playing the one-run games. And you said we got people coming off the bench that could run. We saw Jazz yesterday still third base, right? It was a ball like that. That putting that kind of pressure makes the game a little bit different now,
Yeah, they're a more well-rounded team. And now I feel like they can take the game to teams like, they've been taking it down, like the Dodgers. The whole thing last year in the World Series was, just make the Yankees make plays and they'll implode. Now I feel like right now we've really addressed that. Now we have people who can play defense, who can take the game to other teams. Let's make them make plays. Let's bring the game to them.
Mm-hmm.
And then we could also mash and hit our home runs, but we know in the playoffs, the home runs tend to shrink down a little bit. So you got to find other ways to score against the best pitching.
Mm-hmm.
And I think now I feel a lot better about that.
Yeah, and also you said back to the defense. Now think about you take Dominguez out in the 7th or 8th inning, right? You replace the defense. Now imagine you have an outfield if Judge is healthy or not, Bellinger, Trent.
Yeah.
You know, and that's that. They got a solid defense. Now you're talking about you take Volpe out.
Listen, you're right. If he doesn't clean it up, then guess what? You're gonna have to in the late innings. It's just what it is.
You have to take Volpe out. I'm telling you, past 7 innings, you have to take him out. Like I said, he might have the yips because I don't know what happened to his glove. It just seems like it's always closed and the ball's coming to him. So he's throwing it everywhere. Yeah. So you let Jose play short. We have third base locked down. Jazz is going to be what he's going to be at second base, and Goldsmith. Now you got great defense.
Yeah.
You know, so I think they changed the game up, man. I think they really did well with this right here. Now I think once we get Judge back healthy, I don't know if he's going to play DH. I don't know how that's going to work out either. So that's another whole conversation right there.
Well, sorry, go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
Well, no, I was going to say, from what we understand, he's been hitting off a tee and stuff, and he's starting to swing the bat, which kind of goes back to Judge was pushing hardcore to not go in the IL. He's like, listen, if I just need a couple of days and I can swing the bat, then just let me DH then, whatever. He did not want to go on IL for anything. And, yeah, Lisa, to your point, I think they're going to slow walk it with Judge. But if he's swinging the bat already now, then when he's eligible to come off next Tuesday, he probably will be in the lineup as a DH. And then I know they've been working Stanton out in the outfield to see if he's an option. Well, the thing is this, though, is that I agree. I'm not saying that, but they said
much as I would love to see him on the field.
They're working.
You just want to see his booty.
I just want to see him in the uniform. I do. It's spectacular. No, but even thinking about that, like Stanton's been hot returning. He has been hot. He's got 7 or 8 home runs already.
Yeah.
Like.
He didn't miss earlier.
Yeah. And he's also been hitting like moving the runners, like not just the home runs, moving the runners around, like we were just talking about. Mm-hmm. And I mean, you're talking about two men who are, they know what they're doing when they're up at the plate for the most part. So, do you cool one off to make sure the other one stays hot and vice versa? Like, so I don't know. That's a tough call. That one's a tough call. And I want to make sure Judge is healed.
Yeah, and
don't rush him back.
Don't rush him back.
No, don't rush him back.
And I'm telling him now, don't kill your arm trying to throw somebody out. For me, I don't care. Mm-hmm. Just throw it back into the infield, let the run score. I'm good. I need your bat. Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself right now. We don't need a Tommy John surgery right now because then he'd be out for next year too. So.
Oh my God, too many people.
Yeah, and they also said that with the injury he has, like that's what was possible. Like if they didn't catch it then, and he kept pushing it, the UCL would have been in trouble, and then that would have been that, and then he really would have. He could have been like Bryce Harper, where he ended up transitioning to first base then. Which a lot of people see Judge doing when he gets older and he can't really move the way he can now. Mm-hmm. But he's too much of an asset in the outfield right now to even start thinking about that kind of shit. Like, if he can hit, it's fine as long as he can't damage anything. I don't mind bringing him back as a DH. And by then, if Stanton is an option and he can play some innings, we also don't want to get him hurt either, because you want his bat. Like you said, he's been swinging the bat well. Yeah. You know what postseason Stanton looks like. You don't want to get crazy with that.
Let them run on. Let him run on Judge's arm. Let him run. I'm good. Don't get.
But that's the thing. Judge won't do that. Like, I know. He's just like
he's old school. He's gonna keep on doing what he's
Derek Jeter.
He's Derek Jeter.
Yeah. So if he needs a little more time, it's fine. When he comes back, if he again as a DH is fine. But yes, if he needs an extra couple of days, and I think it also depends on how the Yankees look. They go into Miami and they kick ass in Miami and they're rolling. Then I think that lets them like, all right, we can give him maybe a couple extra days if he needs it. They're not feeling inclined to bring him back. I mean, they're 4-2 so far.
Yeah,
without him.
Yeah,
they are. I know some of these games that we'll talk about it against Tampa were a little nuts and probably shouldn't have been as difficult as they were, but they've been well. I think it just depends how it looks. And so we'll see in about a week and see how it looks there. But if they don't get Judge back and he's not Judge, they're not winning anything.
Yeah,
it is what it is. He's too valuable. But knock on wood, they dodged a bullet there, and we'll get him back, and we'll be back and better than ever when that time comes. So, all right, anything on the trade deadline further before we do our recap of the race series?
I think we should jump in because we got 4 games to talk about.
Yeah, let's do that then. All right, so if we take it back after the Yankees would drop 2 out of 3 against the Phillies, they did win the Sunday game. And that was a nice win for the Yanks. They did drop the opener to the Rays by a final of 4-2. Cam Schlittler took the loss, 4 1/3, 7 hits, 3 earned runs, 4 walks, and 5 Ks. So not his best performance, but again, he's still coming around and seeing it. Jazz was 0 for 3 with an RBI and a walk. Ryan McMahon was 1 for 3 with an RBI. Key here, though, Yanks were runners in score position, 1 for 5, 6 left on base. I mean, they scored their 2 runs on 2 bases loaded walks early in the game and didn't sniff anything really after that. So I think the offense getting shut down was kind of the story of this one, more or less. Lisa, you got anything further on this?
I had already mentioned about Ryan McMahon reaching base in 7 out of 12 plate appearances. The other thing I have is that when Junior Caminero hit his 2-run home run in the top of the first, that was his 27th of the year, and it was the second most by a Ray before the month of August. Do either of you know who had the most?
For August, Greg Vaughn. No, was he on the team one time? No, can't be Tino Martinez.
No, that's
not
my guy
with
though.
Shit. Lefty first baseman. Why's his name not is coming to me?
He's on MLB channel right now.
Yes. Played for the Tigers, I think, also.
Yeah.
He was a Yankee for like 2 minutes.
Yeah,
I don't want to look it up.
Oh, you guys are right there.
He on Rakata. He said that on
Yes. Oh my God! Why is the name not coming? Why is it escaping?
I can see his face, man.
And didn't he talk about somebody's wife too?
His wife?
No, he talked about somebody else's wife. I think, or didn't he have something to say about A-Rod?
Who did it?
Mm-hmm. Who does?
I still have things to say
A-Rod
about
gives us a
A-Rod.
lot to talk about. So.
Oh man, what the hell is
the
this?
fake tan?
Now, yeah, man, yeah.
I don't want
to.
to.
I don't want to cheat and go to my phone. Go ahead, let's give it to us.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Jose Canseco.
Canseco. That's not who I was thinking.
I wasn't thinking about that either. That wasn't the person I was thinking
about. No, D. Me and you are on the same level. Exactly.
Yeah,
who we were
left-handed, and
good glove also. Shit, I didn't think it was Canseco.
Canseco, I forgot he was a double Ray.
Canseco, I remember him being a Ray. I think
he had 31 in 1999.
Damn, Jose Canseco.
And the next year he would become a Yankee. And he was actually on the 2000 World Series roster and sold his World Series ring.
He's a wild cowboy. That was a wild cowboy.
Oh, he is. I mean, remember, he's the one who blew the top off of the whole steroid stuff.
Yeah.
And everyone thought he was just crazy and ignored him at first, but it turned out he was right.
Yep. He knows. Listen.
He knows.
He knows a user.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true, man.
Are you guys talking about Evan Longoria?
No.
I'm just looking up names right now. So
MLB channel. Let me go to MLB channel. I think it was. Let me go to.
Damn it. Let's see. Rays. First baseman. I'm gonna.
Handsome dude. Lisa, you probably would like him, man.
Carlos Pena.
Carlos Pena.
That's who I was thinking.
Carlos Pena. That guy, he had a nice bat. That's what I was thinking. I forgot Jose Canseco's on the team.
Yeah, the weird ones are Canseco and Wade Boggs that were Rays.
Yeah. Matsui.
Matsui's another one, right? Like,
yeah.
What the hell?
Oh, Matsui should have never been anything
but a Yankee. When he was a California Angel, bugged me out.
So weird.
Yeah, it was weird. I remember when opening day 2010, when they got their World Series rings, and they brought Matsui out when he was on the Angels, and they gave him it and stuff like that. I think Jeter was messing with him about that too at that time. It was a nice one. I love Matsui. I was talking about it earlier. He's one of my top 10 favorite Yankees.
Oh yeah, no doubt, without a doubt.
Without a doubt. Mario, what's up, man? What's going on, dude? Thanks for tuning in.
Hey, Mario.
Mario's a Met fan, but he supports our show. So.
He does support our show.
Good on him for sure.
Mario, what's up, brother?
All right, so the Yanks would go ahead and take the second game of the series by a final 7-5. Max Fried picked up the win, his 12th of the year. His record's now 12-4. He lasted 6 2/3, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, and 9 Ks. Devin Williams picked up his 17th save of the season. The big knock in this one, Cody Bellinger with his 20th home run of the season, 3 RBIs, a walk, and a run scored. Anthony Volpe, 2 for 4 with his 15th home run of the season, driving in 2 and 2 runs scored. Jason Dominguez, 2 for 4 with a double, a run scored, and a stolen base. This game, by the way, early on, 2-0 in the first inning by another error by you-know-who, once again. Thank God he hit that home run later to kind of get that one back. But that's the problem. Like, he makes an error. He's giving up runs. He's knocking in runs, and he's kind of like he cancels itself out. And baseball's harder when you keep doing that kind of shit.
I know, man. It's like you take 1 step forward, 2 steps back with this guy. It's like, come on, I just can't take the guy. At least it knows I can't. His torpedo bat.
We talk about him all the time.
His torpedo bat is shooting back at him. It's like his torpedo is shooting at him. Like, what happened to your bat, bro? All that stuff you talking. I don't know. He just Hayes, by the way, just hit a home run. He just got traded today too. That was crazy. Talking about Yankee, his father was a Yankee, Charlie Hayes' son.
Love Charlie Hayes, man.
Yeah,
Love
me too.
Charlie Hayes.
I thought the Yankees would pick him up, but he doesn't have a bat. He has good glove, great glove, but doesn't have. But he just hit a home run for the Reds right now. So
that would have been a nice story.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought that was going to be the sneaky trade. Bringing him back. It would have been Charlie Hayes and his son, and they would have been showing the image all the time with Charlie Hayes catching the final ball that night.
One of my favorite images, honestly, as a Yankees fan, is Charlie Hayes catching that fly ball that comes to the '96 World Series.
Yeah, man.
It would have been also cool if they would have had Q Brian Hayes and Cody Bellinger.
Exactly.
Both dads played for the Yankees, won championships. Yeah, that would have been sick.
That'd have been cool. That would have been some cool story, but it didn't work out that way. So
no. I'm not mad at it though.
Fun fact: Charlie Hayes is one of the Yankees I got to play against at women's camp the year that we played because he was one of the coaches.
Oh wow, that's what's up, man.
That's awesome.
So my last year of camp, the women got to play against the Yankees, and El Duque pitched to me, and it was terrifying, very terrifying.
I'm sure it was
because he was still whipping it. He didn't care. He was like, y'all can hit.
Wow. He's still doing the leg kick and everything?
He was still doing the leg kick and everything. And they're both very, very, very nice people.
Yeah, I heard Charlie Hayes' father is Charlie Hayes. Charlie Hayes is a very nice man. I heard about that.
He is. And El Duque is too.
And El Duque, my friend ran to him in the airport and they talked, and he realized that my friend could talk Spanish, and he said it was the best thing. Once he felt like everything was just cool.
Yes. He remembered my dad. My parents came year 2, and then they came again in year 5, and he remembered my dad and like actively beelined to my dad to say hello to him again.
Oh,
yeah,
that's what's up.
Holds a little place in my heart for that.
Yeah, El Duque he was a good Yankee, great Yankee actually. Him and Charlie Hayes, great Yankees.
He just lied about his age because he's like 75 now.
Gotta be. Well,
he looks great.
I can see that.
All the Cuban players, because what's the guy Abreu? He's out of baseball now. He probably probably close to 35 years old back when he first came in the league.
He came up with that whole chin hair and everything like that. I'm like, dude, you're older.
Oh my god!
When you did that, that's official old man status.
Yeah.
Is he the one that had like his uniform unbuttoned all the way down?
Yeah, exactly.
Old man at the club status. He's an old man at the club.
That's
Terrible. Yeah. So.
All right, so the Yanks would go ahead last night, which was a wild one. The Yanks went ahead and took down the Rays 5-4 in extra innings. More on how it got there in a second. But Will Warren, no decision. 6 innings, 6 hits, an earned run, 1 walk, and 4 Ks, so another solid start for him. Tim Hill did get the win in relief. He's now 4-3. Cody Bellinger, 2 for 5 with a triple. an RBI. Anthony Volpe had a clutch home run to tie it late in the game. He's 1 for 4 with his 16th home run of the year. Trent Grisham, 1 for 3 with his 18th home run of the year, which was actually what got the Yanks going in the bottom of the 8th because they were down 1-0. Until he went ahead and hit one out to tie it and woke the crowd up because, I mean, it was a weird feeling where it was just kind of like the Yanks had nothing going at all for a while. I mean, they had runners on base, but like nothing was happening. It was just this like, I don't know, it was a weird feeling in the stadium last night until that happened and it kind of just woke the place up. We had a walk and 2 runs scored. Ryan McMahon, 2 for 4 with the game-winning RBI, the 11th inning. Turned out to be a double because it was over everyone's head and they were just like, screw it. It's already sacked fly. Jazz was scoring anyway. And a walk. So a lot went down in this game, though, Lisa. There was a lot here to unpack, even though, yes, the Yankees do get the win, which is nice. But after the 8th inning, when, you know, they kind of had to take the lead, and then Devin Williams walks the guy and then gives up a 2-run homer to Lowe to drop them down 3-2. Cody Bellinger goes ahead and, you know, hits a triple to go ahead and stranded on third with 1 out. I mean, he's sitting again. The fundamentals, guys. Like, there's a runner on third with less than, and you have the winning run on third, and you get nothing. No productive outs, like nothing. And then maybe the ones who the gaff of the game was, I think it was in the 10th, where Austin Wells is on first, right, with 1 out. Trent Grisham smartly tries to lay down a bunt. He was bunting for a hit, and goes in and just beats it out, but also pushing Wells into scoring position with 2 outs. Mm-hmm. And Wells forgets how many outs there are and just starts walking back to the dugout to get tagged out. I was in complete disbelief of what the hell I was watching because I moved
too much.
What was that? Yeah,
I said he was hanging out with Jorbit Vivas too much.
But this is the shit that happens with this team at times where there's just too many brain farts that are going. Like, how do you know? Like, how does that happen? What did you think he was bunting for? Like, with 2 outs, like for shits and giggles, he just wanted to lay down a bunt, see what happens. I mean, what the hell?
Can I say something in this part?
Please.
He's a catcher, correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He is the person that usually controls the game. He should know the outs at all times. That's his IQ should be a high IQ.
Speak to me, please. Preach.
Now, I can see us. We play in our little leagues here. We don't have no scoreboard. Can't look up and tell. You don't have an umpire on every base to tell you, like, hey, how many outs are there? Mm-hmm. And like you said, why is Trent? He's not bunting on 2 outs to get on base for a base hit. He just hit a home run before. Yeah. He's looking at the situation. You should have known the situation. Like, why aren't these things talked about? Are they still giving signs like, hey, Trent might be bunting right here? Like, nothing gonna be like nothing. If Trent hits one down the third base line, hey man, it's only first base coach should have been telling him something's missing in communication here. Hey man, we got 1 out here. Look out for the ball. He might lay one down here. Mm-hmm. What's going on?
I know what it is.
Huh?
I know what it is.
What is it?
He's too busy thinking about the next breakfast burrito. That's it.
He loves his breakfast.
He's too busy. He's too busy about to judge his next breakfast burrito. Which, by the way, they have an Austin Wells breakfast burrito at the stadium. Eddie, you had it, right?
No, I was going to.
You didn't get to have it.
No, my plan was to have it today because I was going to do it at a day game. They feel like at a night game. I'm not going to go get a breakfast burrito. I mean, it's got to be a day game at least, right? If I get there, I
feel you on that one.
Yeah, right. Like,
I feel you on that one.
I get there early for my free parking, 12 o'clock. I'm like, just turn lunchtime. Yeah. I can rock that. No, not yet. I didn't. It's just
I don't like intelligence in baseball. I think that might be going away too. Like it's like the situational stuff. I don't get it. The catcher should have the highest IQ on the field to me. You always know what's going on.
Bring back Jorge Posada, my favorite Yankee of all time.
Really?
He would have never made a mistake like that. No way. And then it's about the accountability. Who's going to chew him out? Jose Posada would have chewed him out.
Oh yeah.
If he was the captain of the team, like, what are you doing? Like he chewed out anybody. He pulled him like, yo, we don't do this here. Whatever. He was that guy. I don't know if Judge is that guy. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, there's no. Judge does it like the casual, like, hey man, we don't do that.
Yeah, but
we need the guy that gets in your face and says,
maybe it is
not all the time, not all the time, but you need somebody to be like, yo, you need to chill, like, you know, like we need somebody to like.
But maybe it's not this generation is so soft. Not disrespecting it, but I am disrespecting it. They're so soft that they can't take these hard conversations. And they after that they have to go see a therapist if I had a hard conversation with them. You know, so it's like, you know, the way Boone treats him. Boone got to call him out. Boone got to hold him accountable. Boone's some sloppy play. No, say like, yo, you didn't have a head in the game.
I will say though, I will give Boone credit though, because in the post game he kind of actually didn't sugarcoat that one. To be honest, I was surprised because I do listen to the post game on the radio when I'm driving home from the stadium a lot. And don't get me wrong, we've talked about how the whole Boone thing, it drives me nuts. I can't listen to his post games a lot.
I was listening to it today and I was like, that's what Eddie's talking about.
Oh yeah, no, I started going into a Boone impersonation sometimes, and she's like, what, are you okay? And I'm like, you know.
Yeah, you know.
Well, yeah, you know.
And the crazy thing, his dad wasn't like that. His dad was a straight shooter.
The thing was, the dude was on Sunday Night Baseball. I don't remember him talking like this ever. I think it's because in the post games, he's trying to think and process to not say anything poorly. Yep. So that's why he's like so careful.
Point.
I would love to be a fly on the wall in the locker room and see what it's like behind closed doors. Because it would be some shit if he was like gotten in people's face and just kind of like reamed into people once in a while. You can't do it every day, like we said. Because then it gets old and it becomes white noise then. You need to pick and choose your spots when to do it so it's effective. I would be crazy if he just did that. But when he talked about it, he just said, he said literally, it cannot happen. He goes, you forgot how many outs there were? It can't happen. There's no excuse for it. And Austin Wells, after the game, when he was asked about it, he owned up to it. He literally said, quote, I was being an idiot. I got nothing else. I don't know what to tell you. I was being an idiot. And he was just felt bad about it. I'm like, I have no explanation for it. It is what it is, but it can't happen. Like, this is on a major league level, especially. This kind of shit can't. If they lose that game last night, that's what everyone's going to look to immediately. Not a Volpe era, not anything else, not stranding Cody Bellinger on third with less than 2 outs for the chance to win the game. That's the situation they would have looked to. And thankfully, his teammates bailed him out. And you can do that. You got to pick each other up, right? Like, you can't harp on that too much, but you got to learn from it. But then it can't keep happening. It just cannot keep happening. And with this team, it does happen a little too often with these brain farts.
Yep.
It's too much.
Mm-hmm.
But so, Lisa, go ahead. I know there's some interesting stuff on this game, though.
Yeah, I have one thing, and it stood out to me. When Trent Grisham hit his home run in the bottom of the 8th, do you know that's the 14th out of 18 home runs this season that he either tied or gave the Yankees the lead in the game?
Really?
14 of his 18 home runs either tied or gave the Yankees the lead. And if I'm thinking back, I'm like, yeah, he comes up with clutch home runs. He really, really does.
It's going to be, if he continues to play like this, sure.
What'd you say?
They you know how I don't know if you know, they do the question of the day for the Yankees, which I love, on like Instagram. Mm-hmm. And one of the questions was, how would you describe Trent Grisham? And like 15 of the guys on the team were like, cowboy.
The mustache?
No, he's just like, I guess he's a Southerner. He has an accent. Like, he's got like the twang. Yeah. And he's just, even the way he moves in the field, the way he catches a fly ball, he's like.
Yeah, he's real cool with it. Yeah, he's
making it all casual and stuff.
He got some Andrew Jones in it.
Oh my God, I wanted to punch Andrew Jones in the face when he was on the Braves. When he was on the Braves, I wanted to punch him in the face so bad because he'd just be out there like,
I know, happy.
Yeah.
He had the most smug smile on his face, and then he became a Yankee, and I had to like him.
But no, Trent Grisham, right? They call him a cowboy, but my person that's inside the Yankees said he's one of the nicest guys you can meet.
Nice.
Oh yeah. They weren't saying it in a derogatory way.
Yeah, no. They said no. They said I'm just saying that I just added that on. That's all. He's a nice guy. So I don't know if they bring him back.
I think that's an interesting. He's going to be an interesting call because, like I was saying, if he finishes the season like this, and he's been clutch and everything like that, you're kind of like, all right, tough to let him go. But then you got Spencer Jones kicking down the door. Like at some point, if he keeps hitting like this at AAA, you have no choice but to call him up.
Depends what kind of money Trent wants. Spencer Jones. I'm bringing up. I think I'm trying to keep Bellinger. I don't know what I'm doing with Dominguez.
I think it's funny you bring him up too because he's the guy who you gotta. I feel like I gotta remind myself he's only 22, and this really is his rookie season. I know, like when he came up and set the world on fire a few years ago, it feels like he's been around forever. But he's only 22 now. His defense scares me, and the fact that he's not playing his natural position, and it seems like they're not budging on that one. Like, I don't know. It's a tough call with him. If he doesn't start showing something, they're going to have a to decision to make.
You're going to have a tough decision, but I'm getting a good pitcher for him. I'll tell you that much. He's 22.
Oh, I'm not giving him away for nothing. Like,
yeah,
I'm making sure I get something legit, like a good young pitcher, hopefully at that too. But Spencer Jones, he has to continue to. If he keeps raking like this, he might even force the issue where, like, are you going to really hold him down there all season? September call up or something? Anything? That's the tricky part.
That's the tricky part. That's true.
And Cody Bellinger. You mentioned him too. I know he has, from reportedly he loves it here and he's adored it. He's thriving here. He's got the option for next season, which we'll see what he does with that. I think they have to keep him at all costs.
Mm-hmm.
And probably like a 5-year deal. You got to kind of lock him up because the guy's too invaluable with his versatility. And again, like maybe he's not MVP Cody Bellinger from when he first burst on the scene, but damn. You give me Cody Bellinger's giving me 25, 30 home runs, plays all 3 outfield positions and first base, and this is who he is. You can't keep him away. He's the second best player on the team, and it's not even close.
Yeah, he is. Not even close. Interesting fact about this game: the Yankees are the only MLB team in the modern era, which is 1903, to erase a deficit in the 8th, erase a deficit in the 9th. Erase the deficit in the 10th, and win it in the 11th.
Mm-hmm.
That all happened last night.
Wow.
That was crazy.
Wow.
That was a crazy game. Yeah, it's a weird stat. I know it's a quirky, weird thing, but like we always are enamored with things that are just kind of like the first time ever. Like really, ever? Okay. Or first time in Yankees history because they've been around so long. You assume everything happened already, and that's it. Like there's nothing else you could show me that's new. It's an interesting thing. Mm-hmm. But Yanks earlier today would go ahead and take the series, taking 3 out of 4 by a final 7-4. The mentioned, I'm going to have to say his name now. Marcus Stroman did pick up the win.
Yeah.
His record's now 3-2. But you mentioned it is the stat line: 5 innings, 6 hits, 4 earned runs, no walks, 3 Ks. This guy took a no-hitter into the 4th inning. Like, that gets lost in this. So all of this happened in the last 2 innings that he pitched.
And it was raining, right? Wasn't it raining?
Yeah, no, it started to rain like in the last inning or so. Jonathan Loaizaga shockingly came in to get the save. He gave up a leadoff double and kind of shut it down. Hopefully he can build on that and get some confidence. Because if we get Loaizaga right, to go with everything we talked about earlier, I mean, damn, this bullpen is just...
Yeah, it's sick, man. It's sick.
Yeah.
They all got strikeout stuff.
Yeah, hard throwing flamethrowers that can strike people out. I mean, that's more like the Yankee bullpens we're used to seeing.
Yeah, you can turn this into 5 short games, 5-inning games. If they can strike and get the bullpen right.
Giancarlo Stanton was 1 for 4 with his 8th home run of the year, 2-run homer. Run scored. Ben Rice 1 for 4 with his 16th home run of the year, 3 RBIs and a run scored. And he was a catcher that led off again for the third time all season. Because I know opening day it happened with Austin Wells, who also homered in his first at bat, leading off as a catcher, because that was the first time it happened in Yankees history. But I'm pretty sure this is the second. I don't think they've done it again, like since then.
I don't think.
No, I don't think so actually. So, hey, if you lead off with the catchers, apparently he's going to hit a home run. That's the move. That's the new trend now. So, Lisa, you got anything else further on this game?
No, because it ended like what, an hour before we went on the air.
That's part of the reason I was racing home. I was like scrambling to put in stats and everything. So, yeah. Wild game, 3-hour rain delay. We were talking before. I passed the time by refreshing Twitter and almost killing my phone by the end of the time because I was trying to keep up with all the shit that was going down here. So, passed the time with that. But the Yanks are now 3.5 back of the Blue Jays going into this weekend, and we'll see what happens. I mean, the Blue Jays again. I think the market correction is coming around. We'll see how that goes if they keep on stumbling. They did make a potentially big move, getting Shane Bieber from the Guardians earlier today. We'll see. He's just coming back from injury. You know, that's a move. That's a guy who I would have liked to see the Yankees take a ride with, but obviously they had about 50 other moves up their sleeve, so you can't go ahead and blow everything in one deal. So there was that. All right, Lisa, top of the heap, hitter of the week. What do you got?
I got I'm welcoming somebody to the New York Yankees because I gave it to Ryan McMahon.
Nice. That's a good choice.
Yep. So his average for the week was a 400. His OPS was a 1.020. He had 4 RBIs, 2 runs, 8 hits, 4 walks. His on-base percentage was a 520, and his slugging was a 500.
And you know what happened.
What you saying? You know what happened?
You said you know what happened here. It's happened again with our awards.
Oh, we did it again?
Who else?
All right.
No.
I don't know. Damon, would you you don't need to say stats, but would you pick somebody else? Just for the week.
Bellinger, maybe. Right? Did he have? I think he had. I don't know his stats.
Let me see.
I think Bellinger. Bellinger, Trent. That's the only thing I could think of. Those 2 people I will go. Maybe Bryce.
Apparently, Jason Dominguez batted 333. For the
week. Wow.
Yeah.
He does it quietly.
So I got you, D. Last 7 games for Cody Bellinger. He had 259 with a 333 on base percentage, 630 slug, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs, 3 walks, and 4 runs scored under it.
Okay.
But some big knocks though in there. So
big knocks, timely knocks. That plays a big part too. Very timely knocks.
Yeah. So that kind of would play into that. I can see that though as well. But yes, I also went with Ryan McMahon. But Cody Bellinger, when he got him, he made him count.
Yes.
We're down there for sure. All right, so King of the Hill, our pitcher of the week. Man, this is a little bit of a tough one here, I would say. But I'm gonna have to go with Max Fried with this one. He went ahead, picked up his 12th win here. Another start, another win after a Yankees loss, which I think it's 12 or 13 starts he's got this year after Yankees losses. It's something crazy like that, which is kind
of a high number. Yeah,
it's a really high number. But he did what aces do. You go ahead, you put it into the shit, get the start. You get the team back on track, and then they win 3 in a row. The 9 strikeouts in 6 2/3, and worked around a Volpe error that kind of let 2 runs scored in the first inning. So there is that. So that's who I'm going with. I got Max Fried this week. Lisa, who do you got?
I picked somebody, but then you just said something about them, and I was like, well, the stats aren't right. And I went and double-checked, and it still says the same stats that I had. But you just said that they got a hit off of them. I picked Jonathan Loaisiga.
Well, yeah, Loaisiga picked. He gave the double up to start the inning, but that was it.
Yes, but they said his ERA is a 0.
No, the run didn't score.
Oh, the ERA, right.
No, the run didn't score. So
that's average.
He shut it down after.
That would be the average against. Yeah, so his ERA is a 0. He had 3.2 innings pitched for the week, 4 hits, 0 runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. His WHIP was a 1.64. His average against was a 286, which is the major league average apparently. 250 to 280.
Oh boy, it's gotta get.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Loaisiga. I'll go with Fried because he just, like you say, stopped the loss. He came back from having the blister.
Which is no joke.
Yeah, so that plays a big
Yeah.
part. And like I was scared to say, damn, if he has this blister issue, oh yeah, how's he gonna do it? Because we need him now, like more than anything, since we lost Cole. So well, I'm very happy for because I'm a big fan of his. After this
Yeah,
little
me
computer
too.
league I play on in baseball, that I'm a little geek on that, and he was on my team before until he got hurt. So I love the stats that you read off, Nixon. That was really big now. So maybe he found something now. So
I hope
hopefully.
so. You know what Max P needs to do? Damon will approve this.
what's
He
that?
needs to go get manicures.
Oh, you know,
So that he doesn't get
I love getting
blisters.
my feet done and my hands and legs. I'm one
I
of them
knew
big
you would
dudes,
like
man. Yeah, I sit there with them things between my toes and everything. I'm ready for it.
All right, Lisa. I know we talked about it. Hopefully, we got it.
They have it. They have it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Yankees will be heading down to South Florida to take on the Marlins this weekend before they kick off their road trip, which they will be facing the Texas Rangers right after that before they welcome in the Astros to start the next homestand. So, Lisa, who do we got? What's our pitching matchups against the Marlins?
Yes, bienvenidos a Miami, which, Damon, I learned in the post game that my boo lives in Miami during the off season, so guess where I'm moving? Mr. 305 ain't got nothing on Mr.
305.
So, no, but tomorrow, which, by the way, y'all, tomorrow's August 1st. That's just crazy.
It is wonderful.
Crazy.
That is crazy. So tomorrow, Jansen Junk, if that's how you say his name, unless it's like Jansen Young.
No,
That's a hard last name to have. Jansen Junk is starting for the Marlins. He's a righty. He's got a 5-2 record. He has a 3.28 ERA and 44 strikeouts. He's going up against Carlos Rodon, who is having a good year. He's a lefty. He's 11-7 record. He has a 3.18 ERA and he has 147 strikeouts on the year. On Saturday, today's Thursday, Saturday the 2nd, Yuri Perez is going to start for the Marlins. He's a righty. He has a 3-3 record, 3.07 ERA, and 46 strikeouts. And he'll be going up against our new guy, Cam Schlittler. My cousin is the Schlitt. That's still my favorite poster from that day. He's a righty. He has a 1-1 record, 4.91 ERA, and 15 strikeouts on the season. And then on Sunday, Edward Cabrera is going to start for the Marlins. He's a righty. He has a 4-5 record, 3.35 ERA, and 96 strikeouts. And for the first time this season, we will see somebody that Eddie and I met in the offseason. Luis Healy will be back, and he's a righty. That's the only stat I have for the season so far. So looking forward to seeing him come back and pitch.
Yeah, it's a big boost. Like we were saying, the Yanks rotation will look completely different. I'm curious to see where they're going to go now because there's going to be an odd man out. And I know Boone wouldn't commit to exactly where they were going to go with this. I'm pretty sure if you gave him truth serum, you probably want it to be Marcus Stroman, but they can't really do anything about that right now because you can't just send them down to the minors or anything like that. I'm really hoping it's not Cam Schlittler because he has options. Like,
and he's doing well. Hopefully, maybe they go to a 6-man rotation.
You're right. It's possible if they. Yeah, no, I'm sure that's on the table.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe days off. You skip I don't know.
I don't know.
But
I want to see Schlittler keep throwing, man. Like, especially. I'm curious to see too if he's going to have a little extra oomph on Saturday because he knows he wants to keep his spot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not that he's going to go there throwing 105 miles an hour all of a sudden because this kid brings it. He's throwing gas already. So.
Or maybe they move him to the bullpen.
It's possible.
And then you have nothing but gas in the bullpen.
You know, it's interesting you bring that up because on Twitter earlier today, when somebody was I forget which account I was following that suggests that Jabba Chamberlain went ahead and commented on it and said, "Oh yeah, I know what that's about." Like getting bouncing back and forth between the starting rotation and the bullpen. But kind of felt like that was a slight dig at like maybe they screwed him up or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
that was not Java rules and all that other junk. Like that was ridiculous.
That was
the midges screwed him up.
Yeah, after that he was never the same.
It's true, and I stated this Midges got him. They took his powers away like the Monstars.
Yeah.
The guys started fighting at him. So to never ever be the same again. All right. Well, I think that wraps it up for us then this week. All right. Thanks for joining us as always. D, thank you so much for coming
Thank you for having me.
It was awesome having you, man. We got to really dive into the Bronx Bombers here. Feel free to come back whenever you like.
Oh, anytime. Just call me. Let me know. I'm always love talking baseball. I live this. That's what I love.
Love it, baby. Love it. And get to Yankee Stadium. Get some more of that food that you like.
Yes, get that
I'm
99 burger.
I'm gonna go with you guys in September. If you'll go in a day, I go wait the sun goes down. I told you this head, man. I can't do it.
We'll try to get to a night game.
No, but we do sit in a section where there's the overhang.
That's true.
Okay. I'll rock out with that. Right.
We'll chat. So, yeah, thanks for joining us on Facebook. You can check this out on the Facebook live stream. Check us out at the Empire 161 Show's Facebook group. We share highlights and other stuff that don't make the show, any kind of quirky things that we got there going on. Check out Pop Culture Pros and popculturepros.com because that's who we are presented by. If you're following us on YouTube, subscribe, and wherever you found your audio-only podcast. Lisa and I will be back next week. We'll be discussing the week in baseball and Yankees baseball, probably some Marlins, little Rangers, or whatever it is. We'll figure it out. I will be coming back to report on Globe Life Stadium because I will be there for the Texas Rangers series, crossing another one off the list. And we'll see you then. Let's go Yankees. Peace.
Go Yanks.
Bye, everybody.